Welcome to my vision news. Some news stories from Ethiopia. Firstly, was Tigrayan military commanders have long experience of heading intelligence agency of Ethiopia, of heading cyber security agency. They have worked in top positions in Ethiopian National Defense Force. Then we saw start of war in November 2020. Even before that, they were being sidelined. Most of them were removed from their positions. Now it is being reported they are returning. Some of them are being reintegrated into intelligence agency and cybersecurity agency of Ethiopia. And the ongoing conflict in the Amhara region between ENDF and Fano fighters is being attributed to the integration of these Tigrayan officers in some top positions in Addis Ababa. Secondly, viewers, Gonder, where a key meeting has been held between Fano representatives and locals. What happened there? Was any deal reached? Did Gonder Fano show any flexibility? Meanwhile, arrests are continuing. Those who were planning a protest in Gender were arrested yesterday. Firstly, viewers, Tigrayans ruled the country, Ethiopia, from 1991 till almost 2018. They worked in top positions, though from Amhara and Oromia regions. From other regions, some parties were allies of the TPLF, but mainly it was TPLF which was calling the shots. And TPLF appointed Tigray commanders, Tigrayans to top positions in different institutions. Almost all main institutions were being led by Tigrayans. INSA, NIS, Ethiopian National Defense Force, and other institutions. Tigrayans were in top position, though Tigrayans are smaller in number than Oromos and Amharas. So they have long experience of how to lead intelligence agencies, how to lead cyber security agencies, how to lead the army. After Pretoria deal, gradually we saw restoration of ties between Tigray elite, ruling elite comprising military, political, bureaucratic wings, and Addis Ababa based Ethiopian officials. And gradually we are seeing that the relations between the Prime Minister of Ethiopia and Tigray leadership are getting better. It was Getachew who was invited to the inauguration of a tourism destination spot in southern Ethiopia 2 days ago. Yilkal was not there. Now, it is being reported that some top Tigrayan officers are being appointed to the two top agencies of Ethiopia. NIS, National Intelligence and Security Service, which is led by Temesgen Terone. And secondly, INSA, Cyber Security Agency of Ethiopia. Temesgen Terone is close to Getachew reportedly. A colonel from Tigray has been appointed in INSA reportedly. That colonel was charged with human rights abuses which happened in the Somali region. When after PM Abiy took power, I think he was arrested. and he was working as head of Ethiopian army's contingent in Somalia. He was arrested, then released, and now reportedly he is working as a director with INSA. And we have received similar reports about NIS too, that some Tigrayans are now being appointed to the intelligence agency as well. Tigray leadership has been complaining about the presence of Eritrean intelligence elements in Addis Ababa in Ethiopia. If you remember, in several statements last year, they said that Eritrean intelligence elements had taken over Ethiopian government, and they were making decisions, not the Ethiopian government. So it has been a target of Tigray leadership to penetrate, to return to the intelligence agency and cybersecurity agency, and then Ethiopian National Defense Force as well. A colonel by the name of Colonel Gebre Gizaber Amare, also called Gebre Della, is now working as INSA director. He was accused of human rights abuses in Somali region. And now when we're seeing rising tensions between Afghano fighters and Ethiopian army in Amhara region, Amhara hardliners are accusing Tigray as well. They say new Tigray-Abiy alliance is behind this campaign of disarmament, disbandment of forces in the Amhara region. That Tigrayan commanders are making some decisions. We don't know how influential Tigrayan commanders are now, but Tigray-Abiy relations are getting stronger, it seems. And if Tigrayans are allowed to enter INSA and NIS, they know how to run these organizations. They have long experience. And yes, they can influence decision making. Secondly, there's Gonder, where we know that an operation was launched to capture Massafent. Gonder, a Fano commander, security forces managed to reach Massafent, but then locals intervened. Locals rushed to support Massafent, and in the fight that followed, Massafent managed to escape, and some Ethiopian army soldiers were taken prisoner. Massafent is not alone, hundreds are there with him, some former Amhara Special Force members too. A meeting has been held in Gonder reportedly between Fano representatives and local government officials and religious elders and notables. Meeting was held to find a peaceful solution to the confrontation between Fano and ENDF. Meeting was attended by some representatives of Gonder Fano. Of course, Massafent was not there. Different accounts of what happened at the meeting are being shared, but no decision could be made. No understandings could be reached at the meeting. Most sources say that the meeting ended without any result. Meanwhile, yesterday, several news outlets claimed there was heavy fighting near Gonder. Thousands, hundreds had been injured, taken to hospitals. I could not confirm large-scale fighting near Gonder yesterday. Yesterday, I only reported about fighting in Shiva, which I confirmed, and I confirmed the scale of fighting as well. I told you that fighting was not in main town cities. Fano fighters had retreated towards mountainous areas, and Ethiopian army was not pursuing Fano fighters. So there was small scale confrontation, there were small scale clashes between Fano and ENDF in North Shore. There was no large scale fighting in Gonder. I don't know why all these sources were reporting, or I am missing something, but what I confirmed from the ground, yeah, so there was no major fighting near Gonder. Fighting was around 2 days ago when Ethiopian army managed to reach Massafent. He resisted, locals intervened. There was fighting back then. But after that, we saw that Fano fighters tried to regroup. Ethiopian army was trying to secure the release of its members. Locals were intervening too. So both sides have been making preparations in the last 48 hours. ENDF was bringing in more reinforcements. That is what we learned from the ground. Meanwhile, arrests continue. In Gender, some youth were planning a rally, a demonstration. They're being arrested. In South Gonder zone, Ibnath Wareda public relations officer Milkamu arrested. Arrests continue. Whoever is trying to organize the people of the Amhara region is being arrested. Arrests continue. Religious elders, local notables are trying to mediate. Mediation is not working. Gonder Fano's demands cannot be fulfilled by these mediators. What is needed is a broad mediation mechanism, like the one which was proposed by Nama last night. Nama issued a statement last night, by the way, viewers. And Nama, on one hand, asked people not to follow those who want to create instability in the name of Amhara. At the same time, Nama asked the government, Ethiopian National Defense Force, that they should not resort to force. Nama proposed some sort of dialogue involving all parties for permanent peace in the region. Nama has been changing its position. Nama was staunch supporter of Amhara Special Forces position. It opposed disbandment of a special force. It opposed disarmament of Fano fighters. It backed protests in the region held a few days ago. Now, Nama is implying there are some elements in the Amhara region which are fueling this conflict. Who is fueling this conflict? Nama is not naming anyone. So, just like it is ambiguous in its political alliance, on the one hand, it is part of the government, on the other, it tries to be an opposition party too. Same ambiguity is being seen when it comes to the ongoing conflict in the Amhara region about Nama's stance. Nama has soft corner for those who are fighting, Fano fighters, former Amhara Special Forces members. At the same time, it wants to be a relevant political player acceptable to federal government too. That is how I see Nama's statement. Thank you for watching.